Oh, right, we're live. We are live. Right. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Honest People with myself, Tom. I'm here with, if we can pan round and make sure we've got the camera, Jamie. So we're here today. This is Jamie's fantastic creation.
Thank you very much.
Of the old Hellfire Club. So if we spin this round, there we go. So as you can see, we are playing through this. So it is a card game based on. Well, actually, you know what, Jamie? Do you want to explain? Because you'll probably do a better job of it than me.
Totally happy to. Okay, so some of you may have heard of a secret society that existed a couple of hundred years ago called the Hellfire Club. They were a group of aristocratic drunks who are basically dedicated to causing as much chaos and mayhem as they possibly could. And this card game basically tells you what happens afterwards. So by the time this game happens, all of the players are drunks in a back-end Victorian pub, desperate for a drink and telling the story of their greatest adventure in the hope that someone will buy them a quick nip of gin. So they are going to tell, or we are going to tell, the story of our greatest adventure. But unfortunately, there's only one drink available. So we are going to basically lie, backstab, cheat, and undercut each other as much as we possibly can to try and make ourselves out to be the hero of the story. And that is the full size of it.
Now we've started the game, and already it is absolutely fantastic. The story. I think it's just the fact that you can create your own story and it can go any way you want. So you join us mid-game. I believe whose go is it? Is it?
I think it's your game.
My go, right? Okay.
Dive in.
So let me draw back up. I'm going to draw one card. Just draw it back up to 7. So I was meeting a very good friend. Actually, I was meeting my favourite German communist. my good mate Karl. Karl Marx.
Guten Tag, Herr Karl.
And well, we were chatting, and one thing led to another, and I ended up playing with his Amazonian blowpipe.
We've all been there. He does keep getting it out in public. I can't challenge you.
Well, that's because it happened.
It did happen. Yeah, it happened. I was there. I was watching. I paid the entrance fee.
So obviously, when you've managed to successfully play cards, and obviously Jamie had the opportunity to basically play a lower card of the same suit. So if he had either a weapon or a person that is lower, they can then play that card and ruin our story. Okay.
So I draw back up cards because it's the start of my turn, and I have just feeling the sweet relief of having watched you play with Karl Marx's Amazonian blowpipe, and I'm just nipping out to have a spot of fresh air when all of a sudden I spy something glinting in a nearby alleyway, and I take a look behind the barrel to find the crown jewels.
No, it wasn't.
What?
Absolutely not. It was it was a Victoria Cross.
No! I think you'll find it wasn't a Victoria Cross, because I am going to challenge back and say that what had been left there was a rubber duck of unknown purposes. Okay, so there has been a challenge, and that means that the game is over, but because I successfully challenged back, that means that I get to keep my card, and everything else
goes into the discard. Ah, right, okay.
But I lose everything else that I play.
Lose everything else. Oh. Right, I need to take one.
Well, in case any of you are wondering where the story is going, at the beginning of the game, we randomly decided that what we are trying to do is find out what we were doing with the policeman's truncheon. We haven't yet found the policeman's truncheon.
However, we have found Karl Marx's blowpipe.
Karl Marx's blowpipe. Maybe the truncheon is secreted about Karl Marx. After you talk.
Oh. Well, obviously you mentioned the story, and I was going to go. I was hunting for this truncheon,
Yes.
and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take all the fortune and the glory
Naturally, sir, as you would.
because I managed to find a policeman's truncheon.
At last we have plot. Excellent. I can't do anything about that, so yes. Would you like to play another card, or are you going to keep the truncheon?
I'm joking, it was an umbrella.
Damn it! We are never going to find the truncheon.
It's gone. It's
It's
gone.
just gone. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. You are in control of the story. He gets to decide what happens to the truncheon.
So I'm guessing, so I can play, if I've got a lower card, I
Yep.
can carry on playing
Absolutely.
that even if I...
So if randomly you happen to have all 7 cards in a row you could just run them straight down. Very unlikely to happen. Okay, well, at this point, I noticed that we had that all truncheons have been magicked out of existence due to tactical play. Understandably, I suddenly felt extremely disillusioned with life. As I had no purpose anymore. No.
I can't, no.
Fair enough. And so I decided to do the only thing that one can do at this point to give oneself a sense of being alive, and I donned my best suit of flammable clothing.
And the rest is history.
The rest is, as they say, history.
I can't, yeah.
Fair enough,
Yeah,
I'll take those.
Right, I'm going to draw back up to 3. So of course I thought what I found was a policeman's truncheon. It was in fact an umbrella, but I didn't realise that at the time. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to return this truncheon in inverted commas to Great Scotland Yard.
You, sir, are a true gent.
But unfortunately, they didn't see the funny side of me handing an umbrella. And in Victorian times, they don't take well to humour.
No.
So I was swiftly marched to Newgate Prison.
I can't do anything about that. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, drawing 2. So, whilst we were in Newgate Prison, I wasn't in Newgate Prison because I hadn't done anything. All I'd done is attempted to set fire to myself, but I hadn't yet succeeded. And as we all know, failing to self-immolate in polite society is considered a considerable faux pas.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But my self-immolation non-attempt was actually a cover-up. A cover-up. Because you see, I was also trying to get into Newgate Prison because in there was a famous revolutionary of some sort. And I needed to get their copy of seditious writings out so that I could publish it and overthrow the empire.
And that you did.
I did. Excellent. Well done, me.
Right. Oh, see, I could have done with that card. I could have done with that. Oh. Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, we'll go with this one. It's a risk, but we'll take it. I decided I was going to go for a stroll. I was eventually released from Newgate Prison.
Lovely.
They didn't want the umbrella anymore.
they imprisoned the umbrella too.
Oh yeah, the umbrella went with me.
Oh, inhuman beasts.
And I thought, this is enough. I've been put up in here. I'm going to complain and take my complaint
I'm sorry, so you will let me out.
to the Houses of Parliament.
But no, it's fine. It's
Okay,
fine. I can't.
so I was in the House of Parliament and I was bragging on. I was like, this is absolutely preposterous. But really, I was only there for land and a title.
I think you'll find. I think you'll find that you're actually there for much more common purposes. You just went there for the price of a stiff drink. And as they have at least 2 bars, it was remarkably easy for you to get hold of one.
Yep.
Okay, so what then happened? Okay, so you've gotten out of Newgate Prison by asking nicely.
You know that, as you normally do.
Very much so. I am, on the other hand, trying to get into Newgate Prison to get hold of a draft of a book. Okay.
Just tell them you have a truncheon and give them an umbrella.
In which case, well, I don't have a truncheon, which is a sad thing, because that would be the plot. So instead, I dress myself up as normally the way that you get into out of a prison is by dressing up as a washerwoman, as we all know.
Absolutely.
What's the opposite of a washerwoman for getting into a prison?
I have absolutely no
I
idea.
dressed myself up as a mangle. And slowly way into the prison.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
What did I dress up as?
What you dressed up as? Shining Sixpence.
I did. I remember much more clearly now. Yes.
It was a
yes,
squeeze,
I
but you did it.
Fair point. You remember better than I.
So, So, yes, after that debacle in the House of Parliament, and really just getting a stiff drink,
Yes.
not the land and title I was wanting, I made my way to it's a beautiful, beautiful building.
Yes, it really is.
I was not so beautiful, however,
Oh dear.
as I was committing the heinous crime of vagrancy.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, it's on. Yeah, no, it's still going.
we're
It's still going.
good.
Yeah, we're back.
Excellent. Welcome back, Facebook. So I'm trying to get into Newgate Prison dressed as a sixpence. And it wasn't going too well because, as you'll know, currency inside the prison is basically a form of currency that can be used to buy prison favours and contraband and all sorts of things. So once inside, someone immediately tried to pick me up and use me to buy snuff.
Oh, we do love a bit of stuff.
I immediately, from my breeches, pulled out a Maxim machine gun in the interests of self-defence.
Indeed you did. Indeed you did.
Excellent.
It was a struggle, but you did it. God knows how.
No, it wasn't. There's plenty of room.
So, it's all right. Back to the story. You pulled out your big gun.
I pulled out my big gun, and I decided that I would commit an act of gross literary criticism by deploying it against Isabella Beaton, cookery writer of the day.
Yes, you did. You did.
I did. Well, I tell you what. Do you know why I did it? Do you know why I did it? I'm going big.
No.
I'm going big. I did it for Queen and country. And unmitigated self-interest.
Oh.
Oh, I can't have pulled that off. Oh!
You have.
Oh!
So you can play So you can play, if you've got a 10, you can play that on top of any card, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can play any card, any time. The only mitigation, the only thing is that you're challenging someone, it's got to be lower. That's it.
Oh, of course, because you can just keep playing the...
Precisely. So yeah, that's...
Yes, you did, yeah.
That was... I did think I was going to pull that off. I'll be honest with you.
Damn motives.
You have quite a lot of options. Because I've got very little to challenge you with.
2, 4, 5. I need 2 more.
Okay, so this will be the last turn because I won't be able to draw back up to 7. So you could probably play all of them.
Well, I went to see my good friend Mary Seacole.
Seacole, a fine friend. She does.
She is. She's not very fond of something though.
Oh.
We were discussing this today. She absolutely despises an overly tight corset.
Oh
No, you don't. No, you...
Oh, but those are terrible risks. Those are terrible and genuine risks.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Ah, right.
Yes.
I wasn't there though.
Oh.
Not for that. I was committing the most heinous crime in the world. Treason!
How could you, sir?
But the treason wasn't really the main thing.
It's just a little side treason.
I was murdering Mary.
But with what, sir? With what?
The Prince Consort's own rifle brigade. They rushed into the room and